It has been a crazy week. Here we are again. Looks like the cards are reading me today. No interference. It's not bad. Anyway, how are you doing, Sika, my dear? How are you? It has been over, a week since I last got live. I have been updating everybody. Currently, right now, I am shuffling my decks, trying to get them ready and all that fun jazz. But Sika, since you're in here. Ooh, we got to see the signs, baby. So you're going to be getting some signs. Signs that would either be number, animals, smells, old memories coming back, and these signs are going to lend helping hand, okay? I'm not sure exactly when they're going to come or what they're going to be, but they're signs that you need to be looking at. Schoolgirl outfit always. Hello. Thank you for subscribing. Anybody who has questions, look down below. I do charge for them. Hey, Nirvana. It's happening now. Well, hopefully, what I would like for you to do, Sika, is this. When you're getting a bunch of signs and you're not really sure what's going on, then what you need to do is look at the signs. What does each sign mean? And then look at the messages, because you can look it up online. You can look it up in books, kind of see what each thing means, and it'll kind of give you the conciseness of what's going on. All right, Nirvana, my dear, we got a few things going on. It seems like we're getting closer to people, but we're still not allowing them in our circle. So we got the 7th house, which deals with the house of love. So it could either be heartbreak, it could be not getting the same thing from somebody, but there is Pluto in reverse. So Pluto in reverse, that basically just tells me that it's someone close that you feel like is either breaking you or isn't opening up to you in the way that you would like. Hey, Butterfly. Hey, Ty. How are you guys doing? I was fucking off for a little bit. I didn't go live during my normal time I go live because I was having too much fun, not doing nothing, and it's been great. Today, I have the house to myself. It's weird. It's awesome. It's pretty epic. The hubby went back to work today, so that's a fun thing. Ty, you're being blocked by the magician means you are not seeing everything laid out before you. There's a reason why things are happening the way they're happening. Doll, my dear, you do get a free card. Let's see what we got for you. Ooh, we got the Knight of Swords. That means that you got a battle ahead. So prepare for that, okay? You need to make sure you got everything in a row so that way you can combat the enemy that you will be facing. Butterfly. Butterfly, new opportunity. We got the sun coming up, baby. So new opportunity could be a job. It could be a life change. Or it could be an individual coming into your life. I love how you just casually read for me. Girl, that's how I got to do it. Because if I don't do it that way, I am screwed. Oh, Neelam. Hey, honey. How are you? We got a woman who seems to be talking a lot around you. And they're kind of just putting it all out there. They're not even trying to hide it. The reason I say that's because with the Queen of Wands, we got a warrior, someone who's strong, someone who it's kind of like the person that you don't want to fuck with, but that's the energy they put out, whether or not that's how you feel. That's the energy they put out to other people. And they're using their words against you. So be warned. You're very welcome, sweetie. All right, now that we're all caught up, by the way, guys, I did release a video on Chaos Magic today. Sometime later this week, I will be doing a video for our newsletter for the month, which is where I will reveal who won for our June pick a draw, which you get an hour reading. So if you want to find out, you're going to have to watch that video in full. I like your outfit. Oh my God, it does look great. And if you, I don't know if you can read the back. Let me see if I can do this without showing everything. But if you read the back, It says never trust the living. And baby, after the week and a half I've had, 2 weeks, today felt like, it's a Monday. And yesterday, I'm not even going to lie to you, I had the worst case of shadow work being pushed on me that I never wanted to have. I literally woke up yesterday crying because I was thinking of my mom, family who's passed, didn't have no family to, do anything with this weekend. We were going to go to Indiana, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I see people are asking questions, like down below. I do charge. So yesterday was like breaking me down, and today I woke up rejuvenized. And so today I wear black and white to kind of protect myself and be able to keep on going. I don't reconsider, my dear, but if you do want to pay for a reading, you can check down below. Enlightenment, how are you doing, sweetie? Yes. That's a strong woman card, was mine. Yes, it was, Neelam. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I do apologize. Never trust the living. Exactly. Like, I'm telling you what, some days I'm just like, So to catch you guys up who weren't here and haven't watched the videos, the reason why I was going last week is because it was a shit show. So in between doing all this, there is free readings, but I'm currently talking, baby. Now, the free readings are a generalized one-card reading, which is also down in the description, or it should be. Sorry to hear that you felt like that. Good to hear you're doing good. Well, it's just been a lot. Like, you guys know, my best friend's mom, like when I say best friends, almost 20 years, okay? Her mom passed, and her mom was like a second mom to us. So, like, don't get me wrong, we weren't like besties braiding each other's hair, calling each other every month, kind of, tight, because she was very strong-willed and I was very strong-willed. It's like having two Scorpios wanting the same thing, and they butt heads a lot, but there was still love. It was kind of that vibe. So then after that, not this past weekend, but the following past weekend, which was the same week she passed, my brother ended up calling me from the hospital. I ended up going to go pick him up. He's going into rehab because for the last 2 years he's been on drugs. So, it took a long time finding out who his medical insurance was, getting him into a doctor because he had hypertension, so he needed blood pressure medication, getting that done, getting legal documents signed so I could take care of his stuff. And between all of that going on, it has been a shit show. So we finally got him into where he needs to be. He's been in there. I checked on him over the weekend. He's doing great. He's going to be in there anywhere from 90 days to a year just to kind of help him get to where he needs, because they're going to help him with housing and everything like that. Because my brother was homeless. He would live in hotels, even though we tried to get him to live here, but he wouldn't because he was so much on the drugs. So with all of that happening during that week and me learning a different level of patience, because if you've ever met somebody that is coming off the drugs, their energy is very sporadic. So you never know what they're going to do, what they're going to say, how they're going to act from one moment to the next. So I was dealing with that and, cleaning and cooking and taking care of the hubby and, then with the holidays coming up and bringing that family thing to mind, you know what I mean? It was just really tough week last week, and that's why I was going. So, Kahana, I will give you a card, baby, but it won't be towards your question. So let's see what we got going on. So we got the Taurus. That means that we need to keep our feet grounded. We need to make sure that we are stable in this moment so that you can keep on pushing forward. Don't go towards things with that kind of energy that's forceful. You know what I mean? Like where you don't care what roadblocks or what people you got to push aside, okay? That's what I want you to focus on. That's what this basically card represents. Being able to keep moving, being grounded, but making sure not to have anybody in your path or in your way during this time. So yeah, that's basically where I was at. But oh shit. 1 second. So, like I was saying, when you ask for things, like I did with Hecate, because, my brother's situation, I finally gave it over to her, and I'm like, look, he needs to get help. And I know he's dealing through depression and stuff like that and a bunch of other stuff. So she finally did it, and, you know, I had to ride the course, so to speak. Enlightenment. Let's see what we got going on for you, baby. Ooh, you are about to start, it looks like, rebuilding. The reason I say that is because we got the 12th house. The 12th house deals with getting over emotional blocks, okay? That's kind of basically where we're at. It's kind of like a destruction card, but in a good way. Hey, mama, how you doing, natural beauty girl? It has been a fucking shit show. I'm telling you, the guides, the gods, and the ancestors have been with me this week. But I am going to let you know, I know there's some doubt and some issues going in the matters of love and, like, what you truly want. You got to focus on yourself at this point. And as when you start focusing on yourself, and this again is for, where are you? Enlightenment. Focus on yourself, get what you need done. And once you start doing that, things are going to ease up, but you're still going to have trouble with people when it comes to the matters of love. I just feel like you give too much and people take too much of that. And it's kind of trying to figure out where that energy should go, you know? Hey, Taylor, how you doing, baby? Hey, Aisha, how you doing, baby? Or is it Alicia? Aisha. That means I'm going to get somebody named Aisha. Ew, I wonder if they're going to be here this weekend. All right, Taylor, let's see what we got. We got Aries. This means that we are a little bit bullheaded right now. We got some fire energy coming up, and we're traveling, which is bringing upon balance. So it's not bad. It seems like you know how, like, when you have a passion for something, you get reignited and you feel that flame, that spark, the oomph. It's basically what your life's going through right now, because the rest of the cards are looking good. I'm feeling okay. You? I'm doing better than I once was. I'm happy you pushed through. I know you're going through a rough time. Baby, rough patches, I'm telling you. When it hits, and it hits hard, and you can't get past it. That's for sure. Some days you just got to let yourself be in those emotions, and that was me yesterday. Natural beauty, we got the 10th house. We got an announcement coming. Saturn, there's work, and there's some miscommunication. What I want you to focus on, natural beauty, is the miscommunication. I don't know where this miscommunication has come from, but we got kind of up in the air because we got Taurus in reverse, and we got the 7th house in reverse. Sitting like, oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I talk 100 miles a minute, and if you can't keep up, it's me. It's not you. It's me. Oh, but it's nice to have the love and the light sent my way, because God's no mama needs it, which reminds me, I've got to actually do some, what is it called? See, that's how my brain's been all day. I broke down yesterday, and, like, my brain's been, like, beep ever since. Offerings. That's what I'm talking about. I got to do offerings today, which over the weekend, one of the blessings in between the chaos was I finally got this book. I don't know if you guys seen me opening it or not, but this book has single-handedly answered questions and things that I've seen over the time. So this past Saturday, with this weekend, I don't know, this weekend was just like a weekend for me to decompress and just kind of be in my own thought, because when you're thinking about everybody else and you have situations, you don't really get to feel how you feel at the moment. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of reflection this past weekend. And one of the reflections I had, which was on Friday, it was either Friday or right before he left. I remember being outside, sitting, relaxing, closing my eyes, and I seen a sigil pop up. And it was glowing red and moving to the south. So I'm like, okay, what's that mean? Well, when I got this book, it kind of helped me figure out what it means. And it's been a crazy journey. And I think I'll make a video on it. But definitely been an eye-opening book. You know, over the last year and a half, I've had so many different gods, deities, and spirits come through. And I feel like it was all leading up to me getting this book, because most of the entities that they're talking about are entities I've seen. Some of the experiences within the book I've had. And I'm like, it's almost like getting the information from the book before getting the book. It's so weird. But by the way, I am doing readings. I know I'm jammering a lot in between, baby. I'm doing so much better. I'm not 100%. I'm not going to lie to you, Coco. But I am a lot better than what I was. And I think it's one of those things where, like I always say, it's a journey, not a destination. We got Pisces, though, coming through for you, Coco. And I've got Jupiter. So Jupiter means that we've got some mysticism behind the scenes going on. But what I want you to focus on is kind of going with the flow, keeping it real, doing what you need to do, and not hiding back those emotions, because Pisces tend to let the emotions build up. Don't let it build up. Just kind of be in the moment. But yeah, it's been crazy. I'm telling you guys. I even told the hubby today. I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to be live today, but I want to try to go live as long as I can. So he might be jumping in the chat today if I make it that long. We'll see. But you're very welcome, baby. You know, and it's like I was telling the hubby yesterday. I was like, you know, with holidays and stuff like that, you would think that it wouldn't be so hard after so many years, you know. But it just seems like during the holidays, man, the whole family thing, and because realistically, I've only got 3 members left of my family that came from my mom and my great grandma, you know what I mean? Like her actual bloodline, as far as that goes. So it's only me and 2 other brothers that are still alive and still here. So it's, did you enjoy your family? We ended up staying home because we've been trying to figure out what's going on with our car, and I didn't feel secure enough to drive it to Indiana. But the way that it's looking, it's going to be about a $300 bill, which I'm not too worried about it. I know the universe will bring it to me when I need it. And so, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, I'm doing my part to manifest it and let the rest kind of go with it. What did you do for the 4th? For the 4th, I had a total breakdown. Like emotional shadow work, deep diving, crying, sobbing, like looking at my husband going, I don't want to be sad. It's your last day before you gotta go to work, and like feeling horrible about, you know, how it was affecting his day. But I was just like out of it. And it was like one of those days where like you're so down that you're just wrapped up in a blanket and you're just kind of numb. But I got out of it. It was just a bad headspace, you know what I mean? And it happens. But we did eat. We enjoyed movies in between and tried to make the most of it. We totally went to bed. We didn't watch the fireworks. We just cuddled. Because, like, around here, when they do fireworks, it's not just, oh, 4th of July fireworks. Oh, hell no. They start from the week before, and then they continue to a week after. I donated on Cash App. Please let me know if you had it. I got 2 questions. What are your questions, baby? And I'm gifting to for someone else in honor of you being back. Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah, you just let me know what your 2 questions are, sweetie. And the next person that we got with questions, they're on the house from you. I had a breakdown last week. It was terrible. Good feeling and relief, right? It's like, you know, back in the day, when, you know, women only, like, covens were a thing, and it was mostly women covens. They would, when they do shadow work or any type of trauma work, they would do it as a group. So you would have a bunch of people, and for like a week time, it would just be nothing of crying. And when that person would cry, they would be out in the woods and they would be crying with them and screaming and shouting as a coven. And like, it's one of those things. Can I post or ask? Well, Coco, baby, you are more than welcome to post or ask. I do need to do natural beauty first. But if you want to be the one who gets the 2 questions, since you are actively talking, then yes, my dear, you are perfectly fine. But that's almost what it felt like in a weird way. Do, do, do. Will Jay pursue me Will Jay pursue a romantic relationship with me? Ew. All right, so, man, that's looking good. Give me a second. I'm going to pull a couple cards. What cards do I want to pull? Oh, let's get some guide introspect. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so the first card that we get is the Gemini, okay? The Gemini is one who's normally split on a decision. When I see the Gemini in reverse, that tells me that there's no split decision, okay? Then we've got Pluto, which follows right after it. Pluto, as you know, is a very distant planet, far, far away. So it tends to be cold, isolated, and not so much coming towards us. But when it's reversed, it's the exact opposite, kind of like the Gemini. That means that we're bringing that into us. It's more of a closer bond than a distant bond. Sorry, my dog's scratching. Anyway, so I got Aries. Aries means that there's not much fuel to the fire yet. You know what I mean? Like there's a spark, but it's going to take both of you to actually ignite the flame. You know what I mean? Which is followed by the Sun card, okay? So with the Sun card, that brings in new opportunity. It brings in people into your life. So as far as your question goes, it looks like it's going to be a relationship. Now, I did ask your guides to kind of elaborate on it, which the first one that we got is focus and act. So it's time to stop focusing and start acting on those intentions, which goes perfectly with the Gemini card that was right above it. Then the next one we got is embrace spirit. Okay, now it's in reverse. So this means not embracing your spirit, but embracing the spirit of another, which brings in with Pluto in reverse, which means, you know, bringing it in closer. Then when we got the Aries, like I told you, you know, igniting that passion. Underneath the Aries card, we've actually got follow the moon, which means follow your heart, follow the feelings and the vibrations. Don't try to control where it goes. Let it go freely. Then we've got the Sun, which is followed by see you in nature. Now, when I see this card, I always think of Pan. So when we think of nature and we think of new opportunity, it's the nature within ourselves, the nature to love, the nature to give, the nature to bring what we want into existence. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on between. That's crazy because he is an Aries, right? Same. I am so happy oh, thank you guys. No problem, Lily. I'm just so happy. I know I was telling the hubby, I was like, you know, I wasn't going to go live till Tuesday, but I've been gone for so long. I know everybody's kind of like, ah. I'm like, and I knew something told me yesterday that Natural Beauty, that you were going to be there. And I'm like, there's a connection I have with you and I can't quite pinpoint it, but it's almost like I could trust you. You know what I mean? Like there's no second guessing. And I don't know if that's because I've talked to your ancestors through, you know, the hoodoo deck and all that, but like I feel that connection. Christina, my dear, I do charge for questions, and right now I'm doing Natural Beauty, and then I've got Coco. Hello, goodbye. We're gonna put you in timeout. Thank you for coming again. I swear this dude is obsessed with me. I don't get why though. I don't understand the obsession, but if you guys would help me report him, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. What is your second question, sweetie? Man, can I ask questions? Questions you can't ask, but I do charge for. But while I am waiting, you do get one card for being subscribed. And let's see what we got for you. We've got Jupiter in reverse. That means that things are kind of up in the air, being tossed around, which is by Uranus. So it seems like there's some things that need to be settled before you can move forward, okay? And Natural Beauty. Oh, that's so sweet and happy. I feel like this, right? There's just some people that you feel connected with, and you don't have to meet them. You just know them. You know what I mean? Like, there's a mothering energy, a sisterhood energy that comes through. So will I get the job at the hospice? I have an interview for this Thursday. Well, let's find out. I'm going to ask my big deck. Will she get the job this Thursday? Will she get that job this Thursday? So we do got the universe coming in reverse. So there's going to be a few issues with it. Yep, we got defeat. and the Nine of Cups. So it's kind of being mixed. So I'm thinking it's the way that you go about it in the approach. So when the universe comes together, there might be a timing issue. I don't know if it's like the time frame that they want you or the time frame they want you to start, but there is going to be a timing issue that needs to be addressed. Now we do got defeat, which defeat to me would seem like, okay, that's your answer. It's not going to work out. But the thing that gets me is right after we got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is presenting one's true heart and true feelings forward. So if we go ahead and choose the next card, which is the Princess of Cups, which means, just letting it all be, especially when it's in reverse. And then we've got Death in reverse. So that means kind of stagnant. So why are we stagnant? We got the Queen of Discs. So there may be an issue with someone who's interviewing, which is worrying you. Don't feel like you got strength for it. Now these may just be just a few things that are coming up through your not feeling like you may be good enough. Princess of Wands, not worried about them saying the right thing. The Knight of Cups, feeling defenseless, but then we got love coming through and the Ace of Cups. So when we get the Ace of Cups, that just basically tells me that I know there's a lot going on within your mind that's kind of making it scattered, and you're kind of building up this negativity of like, is it going to work out? Is this going to be how it is? And is it really worth me trying? And that kind of thing going forward. Like, you have the experience, but it's just being able to put it out there to where someone gives you the chance that you need. But in the end, it does look like you are going to become victorious just for the Ace of the Cups that pops out. So don't let it sweat too much. Be who you are and make it known. You know what I mean? Show the things that we all know and that we see when we feel your energy. And if you do that, you have nothing to worry about. You can be past soulmates. Who's past soulmates? I'm so happy. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. What is H's actions towards me? H's actions. What is H's actions towards me? And you said, what date was that you were doing it on? Thursday. Thursday, I'll light a success candle for you. We'll try to get it moving forward. Is H actions toward me? Right now, they're more in their head than they are like physically towards you. I feel like they're trying to play out scenarios when it comes to this. Not feeling strong, they need to fight, kind of getting out of their own headspace and trying to get out. The reason I say this, Coco, is because we got Strength in reverse and then we got Knight of Swords. So whatever they're going through within their own issues and their own life, like personally, they're having like this internal battle of not feeling strong enough, not feeling good enough. But they're slowly going to end up coming out of that. And then we got the Knight of Pentacles. There's a feeling of, what can I offer? So when it comes to their actions, it's going to be very sporadic. It's going to seem a little bit like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Are you into me? Are you not into me? But the reality is that they're dealing with a lot of internal things. Plus there's family issues going on. And they're trying to fix themselves when it's not them that needs to be fixed. They're not letting go of things that they need to let go of. And that's going to leave a bad taste in their mouth. Now, is it towards you? No, because it's a growing period. Now, as far as you, we do got the Empress. When the Empress comes out to play, it basically means they see that you are better than they are, in a sense. That you're able to handle things so well, and they don't feel like they're on the same level. And I kind of feel like that's where the back and forth, along with the issues that they're having in their personal life, is someone wants to be with you, but they don't know. They're getting in their own way. That's basically what they're doing. They're getting in their own way, thinking that they're not good enough. Now, as far as the actions that lead to it, you just got to give them time. And once you give them the time that they need to kind of get through that, the Wheel of Fortune is going to land upon you both. So that's a good thing. It means that, it's not lost. It's not a lost cause. It just means right now that they got shit that they got to handle, and they need to actually start, handling it. And for what you can do for them is just kind of give them the acknowledgement of like, hey, I know sometimes they come off this way or whatever, but We all go through stuff, and don't think that I'm on this pedestal, or put it in your own words. You know what I mean? Like, let them see past the veil, so to speak. Because I feel like sometimes that we push this narrative of what we want people to see, and then once they see it and they have that thought or imagery in their mind, it's hard for people to sometimes come to us when we want them to come to us. They do in some degree, but not as much as we want them to. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Whew. What's that other question you got, baby? Do, beautiful girl. Why you never what she's got inside. Oh, also, for you guys who didn't get to watch the unboxing video, I'm gonna try to do this without, like, should I contact him just to let him know I'm here? I don't want to get anything bad. Should she contact him? Should she be the one to reach out and be like, hey, okay, we got the 4th house, so that means that's your house. Be nonchalant about it. Don't bring whole conversation. Don't be like, hey, let's hook up on this date, or let's go do that. Don't make any plans. The reason I say that is because we got the 2nd house, which deals with money in reverse, and we got the 4th house. So even if you try to make plans, it's not going to work out. So what you need to do is you need to open that line of communication between them and you, okay? Make it nonchalant. Make it one of those things where it's just a casual talk and getting back and forth, kind of letting them know. But put out the expression so that lets them know, hey, I am interested. I do care, but I don't want to make you flee. Like, give them that open feeling. Be creative with how you do it. And then it goes back to the 1st house. So once you start doing that, it's going to kind of work out in your favor and bring that towards you. But yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, I would say reach out. Be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, how'd your weekend go? How'd the holiday go? You know, that's the great thing about holidays, when you got to make a call and you don't know how to start out with. Be like, hey, how'd your 4th of July go? You know what I mean? Not to push him away. Right, exactly. It's almost like a timid bear, okay? That's how you got to see it. Like, you want to approach the bear and you want the bear, but that bear could fuck you up and it could go wrong. No, it's not going to make him run. It's just casual talk, you know what I mean? And I think it would be a good first step. You're welcome, baby. What a dude. Oh, man. Wow. Hey, Jade, how are you doing, baby? That's a detail of your reading. Even for my cheap ones, I still put in, you know, the time and the effort, you know what I mean, when it comes to my reading. So even if you do ask a question, I'm going to give you, you know, a good amount for your question. If you get a detailed reading, like an hour to a half hour or longer, like I think the longest reading I ever did for somebody took 1 full day. And that was literally me going through the whole cards. Like, when you do a full deck spread, it takes a whole day. So that would be me shuffling these cards and then laying them out one by one and seeing what leads to the next. It's almost like a year and a day reading in a way. So yeah, those are very intense. Now, when it comes to questions, Jade Cloud, I do charge for those. You can check down below, but I will pull a card for you. And there's that. That's funny. Oh, they're ignoring my messages. So there's a miscommunication. And that's pretty much what the cards say. Miscommunication, distance, and no opportunity. So hopefully that helps you, because that was fucking funny and I couldn't even do it if I tried. But there is a miscommunication, which is causing distance between the both of you. He was ignoring my messages before, but now he's acting like he wasn't. Yeah, miscommunication, a little bit of distance. Sometimes that's how people are, man, and sometimes it is just a miscommunication. But with the miscommunication coming up with Mercury, which we know when we're in Mercury retrograde, that is the time where you don't want to make any deals or talk to anybody, you know, about certain topics, because that's when miscommunication can happen, because Mercury is connected to communicating and other things as well, but communication is the most known. Do you do random readings now or go in order of the question posted? The way that I do it is I go, okay, so for like the generalized reading, when people come in, I read from the person coming in. Now, for instance, Natural Beauty paid for a reading, but she also paid to bless somebody else with questions, okay? So I did Natural Beauty, and then I did Coco, who took, you know, the free questions that Natural Beauty paid for. Then what I do is I go down the list back again from where I left off, and then I follow suit. So weird. Thanks, so love. Not a problem, sweetie. All I ask is, you know, subscribe. Hello. Oh my God. How are things? How are you? Baby, it has been an interesting time. I will eventually be making an update video for everybody inside of the newsletter, because I've already talked about it on here. So me regurgitating for those who've been here since the beginning, you know. Hey, love, may I have a reading, please? Yes, you may, my dear. Can I have a subscribe, please? Because, oh, by the way, guys, once we hit 1,000, I'm going to end up getting the wheel. I'm going to try to make it to where we get everything in track, you know what I mean? Because I will be doing a 24-hour live that day. Well, not that day, but right after we hit 1,000. Brownie. You need to stop being nonchalant about the things that are aggravating you. Because we got that Leo energy, which is you're being too submissive, which is followed by your passion. You're being too submissive, baby. So this is what I want you to work on. With the Leo, you're not having the fuel to drive you. I don't know what's got you in this state of mind, but it's time to kind of bring yourself out of it. Now, Angela, let's see what we got for you. Angela, we got traveling coming up. Now, this could be spiritual traveling, physical traveling, or maybe some changes in your life that are going to lead you in a new direction. Yeah, 24 hours is a long-ass time. So there will be periods of me just going, duh, or having random conversations with beer kids, or, you know, me eating or saying, hey, I got to use the restroom. Here's this person. And they have no clue how to read cards. But I am going to try to be live for 24 hours. I was meditating with the intent of astral projection. Ooh, wasn't that fun? Did you do it or did you not do it? It was too quiet without you. I know, baby. Too much silence. Sometimes it's golden, sometimes it's not. Wow, it's so true. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. My birthday is in 6 days. I'm so excited. Well, when your birthday comes up, which you said it's in 6 days, let's see what 6 days from now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Sunday, and well, of course, 7 days a week. I should have figured that. So Sunday is your birthday. If I'm not on here Sunday, next Monday, you can ask me and I'll give you a free question. I noticed that 3 of us asked a question recently to some areas. What a fiery energy. It is crazy. And here's another notion, too, to think about when it comes to like zodiacs and things like that. Everybody has their, I think it's their sun sign, which is your, you know, the one that you're born under that people talk about. Then you have your moon sign. But every planet, you have a zodiac associated with that planet. Sometimes they're the same as your sun sign. Sometimes they're not. So you got to keep that in mind, too, of how many people have actual Aries within their chart, but they don't know about it. Thanks again. I'm so scared to reach out. Now that you gave me that reading, I was waiting for me to reach out. That's what I'm saying, baby. Sometimes you got to reach out and touch somebody. And it sounds so wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to reach out and touch somebody. Oh. Speaking of reaching out and touching people, we are having a picnic this Sunday. So if you are in Ohio and you do have the time, it is a family-friendly event. We are going to have an opening prayer, a closing prayer, and we will be having our presenter, who's Estrella Taylor, and she will be talking about her book, Intuitive Witchcraft. or intuitive magic. I can't remember. I always try to change it on her. Right? Especially with all the issues he said he was having. That's what I'm saying. How did JQ feel about me the other day? Hello, John, and hopefully they felt good about you, my dear. This is what I would say, because I charge for questions and, you know, you didn't pay. So what I would say is this. What is the energy that you felt while you were in the moment? Like, truly take some time, step back in a quiet place, and figure out the emotions that you felt, the energy that you picked up on. Like, relive the moment in your mind of exact what happened, and then read the energy from a third-party perspective internally. YouTuber Knows TV, how are you doing, sweetheart? It's very questionable. It's very questionable. It's very possible, my dear, but I do charge for questions. I'm not doing bad, my sweet. I am just coming back after a week of chaos and finally feeling like I'm myself again. And it's been pretty nice. Oh, YouTuber Knows. Why is everybody getting Virgo today? Everybody's just like, I don't care. And then we got the 5th house, which follows the lack of creativity, lack of inspiration, lack of moving forward, lack of opportunity, no fight left to give. What is going on with you, Knows Better TV? The reason I say this, because we got a lot of these cards in kind of not depression, but just kind of like caution to the wind, not really caring, you know what I mean? And then with the lack of opportunity, you know, we lose opportunities, we gain opportunities. But Mars in reverse, that's that fighting spark in our life, it seems to be dwindled, like it's not there. Which, you know, it could also be the end of a conflict as well, because Mars is attached with, you know, issues such as disputes between two people. So maybe a dispute's ended. Yeah, I've been moving from a lot of lost opportunity. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, I think it's the new moon. You know, I didn't even really think about it, but it's possible. Jada, I am doing much better, my dear. Thank you for asking. I really do appreciate it. It's just been one of those weeks where I had to kind of get my shit in line. And you, my dear, we got issues in the 7th house, which is love, abundance, and kind of carefree and trying to find the balance. The good thing about it is you do have balance in the right thing, but I think right now your mind's just kind of, and life is pulling you in so many directions. It's kind of hard to feel the stability that you're looking for. So just give it a little bit, move past this bump, and it'll be fine. Miscommunication with a past person, and I moved on. Yeah, sometimes, unfortunately, other people can't move on as quickly as we try to. You know what I mean? Katie, your dress, or is that a shirt? It's so cute. It is a shirt. It's got this on it, and then on the back of it, it says never trust the living, which is rules to live by, because, you know, I trust people, but there are very few people I trust. You know what I mean? Like, we all have that little circle that we got, and we're like, you know. And plus today I'm wearing black because it's protection, white for purity to kind of cleanse me a little bit. I did a ritual shower today. It's just been on all levels. There are levels of trust. Ain't that the truth? Amen, Katie. Amen. Amen is one of the words I love to say because it's a word of power, not only in Christianity. Katie, we got conflict between you and someone else. Question is the conflict and distance. So it's not even somebody that's close in your, like, close circle. It's someone that's out of your circle that's bringing in some conflict. And it doesn't seem like it's necessarily targeted against you, but it does seem like it is affecting you. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, trust is the most important thing. Hell yeah, it is, baby. And once trust is lost, you can't really gain it back like the way it was. Paula, you will be next. Give me a second, baby. My phone disconnected. John, honey, I do charge for questions, but if you go back, you did get one free card pull. I believe I did on you. If not, just let me know. Paula, but I do believe I did it because, yeah. Paula, let's see what we got. I swear to God. I keep on shuffling these cards and I get Virgo. All right. I know it's Monday, y'all, but we got to get it together. So here's what we want. South Node. South Node means that this is the desire that we have. And it seems whatever it is that we are actually desiring, not like in our life that is missing, it's like you don't know how to obtain it. And that's kind of where it adds at, well, it may never come. I might as well deal with it. So whatever's got you in that kind of oomph kind of feeling, yeah. And this freaking Virgo card, I swear, it has popped up in the last 6 readings. All right, we are moving this month, and my landlord is a jerk. Probably him, plus Mars, the sun. Mars, I have sun, and moon in Aries. Ooh, you're spicy. That's how I like to see it, spicy. We like to think I put on the same 2 colors. We think alike. I put on the same 2 colors, baby. Sometimes you got to do it. And the funny thing is, I'm about to go get something for my throat. I'll be right back because I talk a lot. But my pants match. I don't know if you can see it. See? Match it. Plus, it makes me look more slimmer in black. Oh, man. Anyway, that's beside the point. But I do kind of match my background, too. I guess it's a whole theme today. Do. It ain't a treat, dude. It's a cough drop. My dog looks at me like, what do you got for me? It's not for you, Puggy Wuggy. Anyway. Ugh. Even did my nails black. Like, I would love to get some white nail polish. That's one thing people don't talk about is the power of makeup. You can also protect yourself, like when you're doing certain nail polishes and you want to bring in a certain energy that day, put it on your nails. Put it on your eyes. Not nail polish, but you know what I mean? I have a tuxedo cat, so black and white is where it's at. You know what imagery I always loved the most was the hypnosis circle with the black and the white. I don't know. Just to me, it just always looked fun. Like a good color combination. Also, I wanted to show you guys something. This came with the sugar cookie package I got this weekend. Which, I'm going to have to fix all my stuff now. But look at this. You guys know I do the Deviant Moon deck. And if you look down there, it's actually signed by the guy that makes the deck. I am so excited about that. Like, I'm going to eventually put it into a frame. I just got to find the perfect frame. Because eventually, in our house, once everything is situated and life is back to normal, or normal as it can be, I'm going to end up painting. So I don't know what color we're going to paint in this room, but eventually this will be painted. We've got an actual glass piece in here. I'm going to actually put the glass shelving in. So over the next couple of months, you guys are going to see some changes in the background and how everything looks. Plus this, let's see where my finger goes. Here, see this white that's right here? It drives me nuts. Every video I see it in, I'm like, ugh. And what it was is at one point in time, I was going to do this like Tiffany blue scheme in here. But I think I'm going to end up doing that in my kitchen. But I have this border wallpaper that I actually stuck on all of these. And when we took them off because it was peeling, this is what we got. Or put it right on whatever makeup you're wearing. Exactly. You can mix up makeup, like if you're mixing your foundation to get a certain color, because, you know, realistically, I mean, it's better now than it used to be, but you can mix it, and with your brush, when you go to do it, you can put in little sigils in it, and then apply it to your face, especially if you're doing glamour magic. Fun facts for the day. By the way, I am doing readings. If you haven't got a reading yet, all you got to do is just comment. I give away 3 readings to subscribers for a general every time I'm live. And then once we hit 1,000, we are going to do a week full of free questions. So putting that out there into the universe. Let's see. I haven't looked and see how many people we have. We have 963 people. So we are literally just like 30 some odd people away before we hit 1,000. Hello, Galliant. My dear Galliant. That's a name you don't hear that often. Let's see what we got. So we got the second house that deals with money. Now, whether it's money loss or money gain, it does seem like we're breaking cycles, though, because Neptune is in reverse. So that tells me that our money isn't going to go towards where it normally does. So you might have some unexpected repairs coming up soon. Something new may be coming to take your money, or a new opportunity to make more money and to get you out of a certain cycle. But money is the key. On my skin with my finger and then focus right. I've taken the jump into Norse runes and I'm loving it. I'll tell you what. I'm going to end up going through this book that I have here. And it's got some good runes in it. Especially, or rune sigils. I guess they're kind of similar, but a little bit different. You know what I mean? But it's got some good information in it that I think a lot of people will actually be able to use. Plus, it's got some rituals and stuff. I'm not sure when I'm going to start the rituals because I will need a goat skull. Which, if you've never looked up the price on a fucking goat skull, let me tell you what, it's expensive. Super expensive. Like, we're looking anywhere between, on the cheapest range I think I found was like 80, and it was like, and the most expensive I found was like 300. So yeah. Has reasonable price bones. I've been looking on Etsy, and most of the, like, some of them that I've seen. Okay, realistically, let's get into it. So one, I wanted a certain size. I know it doesn't have to be a certain size, but there's a certain size that I need. Do you think I'll find love in here? I would hope so. I think as long as you're open for it, love can come to you in many forms. It depends on what type of love. See, when we use words like just love, like what type of love are you looking for? A romantic love, a friendship love, a bonding love that becomes family. So when you're saying what kind of love you want and you're trying to bring it into you, make sure you really specify what type of love that you want in your life and then bring it with you. Now, if you want my suggestion on what you could do, write the word love. Write the word love, and then below it, write what it is that you're wanting, okay? What kind of love. So once you do that, then you can take a red Sharpie, put hearts on it and all this other stuff. Whatever you want. You can put good smelling perfume on it. You can put cinnamon on it for luck, and fold it up, keep it on your wallet. And then that'll attract love to you. You okay? Looking good. Can I get a card, Scorpio, in the house? Yes, you can, baby. It's been a long week, but I'm so glad to see y'all. Y'all have helped me through some difficult times, y'all. Oh, Scorpio sister. Let's see what we got for you. What do we got for my Scorpio? Scorpio. We've got the 7th house. We got Capricorn, so we're moving forward. We're not letting past battles defer us, and we got love coming. So you're in the right direction, baby. Keep on pushing it. And that was for you, Haley. Winkler, how are you doing, baby? It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you for it feels like forever. Let's see what's going on in the world of Winkler. Ew, we're moving towards our passion, and we're traveling. All right. So, I mean, these are all good. Foot to the ground, bringing. This is what I want you to focus on. Focus on that passion, that true passion, baby. Because, I mean, yeah, like that's a good spread. Not doing bad. Do the cards have some advice? They probably do, but I charge for those things because that would be considered a question. Now, if you want advice, there was a general reading done for you, my dear. If you want to go back and check that out. Everyone's card seems mostly positive today. They do. And we finally broke the cycle of the Virgo card popping up on everyone. Oh, man. It's like today I pulled some cards because the deck that I have which is, I think I've showed you guys a few times on here. It's the actual, what is it called? The Witcher deck, which they took images from The Witcher and made it into a tarot card deck. That one is my personal use. I know a lot of people want me to use it on here, but I rarely use it on here. It's like for my personal practice. But I was using that today, and I had some really good cards pop up. It's been helpful. So, Winkler, what have you been up to? What have you been doing? Anything new and exciting? I swear, every time I think of Winkler, I say the name Winkler, I think of two things. Winkler, the old guy that used to be in the shows, you know what I mean? And Winkler as in Blade, the old man from Blade. Not a lot, same old stuff, miss. Same here, baby. Not hit off Adler. Well, that's good to know. Let's see what we got for Adler. Ooh, we got Cancer in reverse. That means that we are detaching we're detaching from something, and then we got an opportunity. So that means it's either going to be a job or some networking coming up. Because normally when we're detaching from something old, something new is coming up. Or it could be a new relationship. Funsies. I know, right? Two decks I use the most are my House of the Night and the Vintage Wisdom. I throw the third out. It would be the Victorian Francis Oracle. I don't think I've ever seen that one. It could possibly be that, but I don't really know, sweetheart, but it does seem like a new opportunity. Now, that is something that you're wanting and you've been trying to manifest. Hell yeah, I hope it is, you know. Bureaucratic job. I want to rise in the ranks. Rise to power. Power. I have the power. Sorry. Total power trip. Oh. But I mean, if that's what you're wanting to do, baby, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to do it as long as you're putting the energy forth to manifest it. You gotta love it. Oh, man. Nice. It's sort of my struggle. What's sort of your struggle? Trying to make it or trying to manifest it within your life? You see all this? Oh, it's going to be a couple more weeks, but it's getting re-bleached, and it's time to redo the blue. I might go all blue this time. I don't know. I've kind of been digging the blue with the blonde, but it is time to, my hair grows so fast. Sorry, not to get off topic of what we're talking about, though. Blessings to your struggle, resolving for the highest good, right? The goal is this week to make a little extra money, so when we do the pagan picnic, I make sure I have everything. You know, lots of people try to bring me down, but my struggle is against that sort of thing. Well, you know, being oppressed by other people or people not seeing the vision that you see, it's not uncommon, you know what I mean? Like, you're always going to have people who don't see, you know, or don't even care or don't want to see people achieve what they want to achieve. Because when you see other people achieve, it reminds you of the things that you don't achieve. So you've got to ask yourself, you know, are you going to really let those people bring you down? Or are you going to be like, you know what, I'm a badass motherfucker and this is how it's going to go. And you're putting that energy forth. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a lot of people who don't believe in your goal. And there's going to be some people who are going to be there for your goal. You just got to surround yourself with it. Mary had a little lamb. My dear, I do charge for questions, but we got the South Node, which means something is not in your, it's not what you're wanting. So I don't know what it is in your life that you're not wanting, but hopefully you can flip that around and make it something that you actually want. I did grow. I like that color blue. It did grow. Right? I know. Magical witch and all. But I always put my hair up because, like, I come from, like, food, background, management background. I've done a little bit of everything, to be honest. But I don't like having my hair in my face, which is one of my issues. So, like, I always pull my hair back, and I think that helps it grow a little bit more. I'm not really sure. Or not, you know what I mean? It's kind of like having braids, where they kind of grow out because you're pulling it, so it helps your hair grow. Duncan, hello. What's going on in Duncan land? Duncan land. We're having good times, it looks like. And we got Saturn, that fire energy, that work energy, progress. And the 6th house. So it's a little bit, it's kind of back and forth right now. Birthday was a bit okay last week. Oh, I'm sorry that I didn't get to celebrate your birthday with you. It was a shiz show, so to speak, when it came to over here. But, all is well and ends well, I guess. Now I will outlive Kurt Cobain. Yes, that is always a good thing to think of. What age did he die at? I think he was in his 30s, wasn't he? Or was he in his late 20s? I can't remember what age he died at. Because I was still young when Kurt kicked the bucket, 27. Then I think most of the people, when it comes to things like that. Speaking of age, how old is everybody? I'm curious. I want to see if the demographics that YouTube is saying. A lot of, I know, it's crazy. It's like once musicians get past that age, I think it's a relief for them because, like you said, a lot have. Hey, tulips. Ooh, we got a lack of inspiration in the house. Either that or we got sad news. I don't know if you got sad news or lack of inspiration, tulip. I'm 36, 32. Height. I'll be 32 this September. Fuck, who's September? Teresa's around. All right. Well, I'll be 32 this November, not September. I'm old. Last birthday, 30th of April. Last birthday, 30th of April. Nobody's old. How about telling everyone their Chinese zodiacs instead? It's more fun about their age. Yeah, but that's not my thing. Like, I know my zodiac, don't get me wrong. But when it comes going off into the other zodiacs, I don't put too much into it because I just go with what I go by. But it is interesting if you start going down the trail of zodiacs, all the different ones associated. Sorry, my typo fairies. We blame the fairies. Yes, we do. Oh, this weekend's going to be so crazy. I got a birthday to go to. And you're a Scorpio. Yeah, I know. I'm a Scorpio, baby. I don't know why I said round. The doctor told my family I was likely going to die right after birth, so I feel good about my age. Jeez. Talk about how your mom would have felt. Jesus. You're a fighter. You're meant to be in this world. There's a purpose. I was literally giving my death rites and my baptism in the same few minutes. I guess I'm liminal. Yeah, I would say that. I was only 2 pounds of earth very early. I know how that is. Both of my girls were early. My first one was 3 pounds and so many ounces. My second one was 2 pounds or like a pound and almost 2 pounds. It's been forever ago. Literally. My youngest is about to be 11 this year, I believe. Yeah. I've gotten to that age where I'm like, what age are they again? And then you have to pull out the old calculator and go, oh yeah. Sad but true. Yeah, she'll be 11 because, yeah. Hey Greta, how are we doing, sweetie? What do we got for Greta? Greta, I've got Leo, so it means a lack of fire and love. So I don't know if passion in your love life has went to a fizzle or what. Age is just a number. True fucking story, baby. Hey Eva, how are you doing, baby? Give me 1 second, let me confirm it went through. I don't know why, but last week, or not last week, but the week before, I had somebody send something on PayPal. And the next thing I know, it took for like ever. When I say ever, like a week and a half before their donation went through. Eva, you got 2 questions, baby. I do believe the age of the soul is more prominent than the age of, our bodies, but, it is what it is, so to speak. What are Dante's thoughts about me? Is he interested, attracted to? Message from a god. PayPal was oh my god, girl, you never lied. That's the truth. All right, let's see what we got here. What are Dante's thoughts and feelings about me? All right, so the first thing that we got up is that there's a lackluster of getting out with friends. The reason I say that is we got the 3 of Cups, which 3 of Cups normally means party, celebration. It's in reverse, so it's not a lot of friendships going on, or at least that's how it comes, like true friendships. And it seems like, the friends that you were having that made it seem like you had a lot kind of fizzled out, but you're still carrying the burdens from them with the 10 of Wands. So there's a lot of issues with like past friendships. I feel like that's coming up when it comes to his thoughts about you. Now, there's strength in reverse. So to me, strength in reverse doesn't talk about physical strength. It talks more about the emotional strength. So they see that you have emotional strength. Then we got the 9 of Wands, which means that you're in your head too much. They notice that you're in your head too much, and it kind of comes through, and you kind of get these bats of where it's like a battle. And they're also, the reason I say that is because we got the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords brings upon, suiting up with your armor, getting ready to take on what's next. Then we've got the 10 of Swords, which means instead of feeling pain, they feel happiness when they're around you. So it feels like you're able to communicate and relate on certain levels that are coming through. So that's a good thing. Now, hi, Pandora. Hey, Pandora. How are you, sweetie? Now, when we talk into the matters of guides, then we're going to pull out our green deck. What does the guides have to say for Eva today? What is it that they need to say? Ooh, so the first thing is we got a new day is dawned. Stay strong. All right. So, a new day is dawned and stay strong. So it means that you're basically going through some things in your life that are a little bit of a trial. Some of them are more physical. Some of them are more emotional. This is just kind of a reminder that every day you're getting a new opportunity and to keep the strength that you actually have and use it to harness to keep on pushing forward to that next day because things will get better. Now we got embrace the spirit in reverse. This can either mean a lack of acknowledging who you are, or you're acknowledging spirits that just don't communicate with you. And that could be more on a spiritual plane, which we have honor Gaia. Honor Gaia means stay true to your roots, stay true to who you are. And with that being said, there's a few people in your life that you're going to have to let, stop trying to move the world for them because they're not showing you the same emotion and the same care that you're showing for them. If you want a reading, my dear, all you got to do is check down below. I got a few different options. So just let me know which one you want to go with and where you send your payment to. Paul, hello. How are you doing, sweetie? Hopefully things are treating you well. Let's see. Everybody does get one free generalized card when they come in. So Pandora, you do get a card, my dear. Let's see what we got going on for you. So the first card that tries to pop up is the 5 of Cups. So when I see this card, to me, this means that you got a lot of people trying to give you advice or getting into your business and trying to tell you how it is, what it is, and where it is. But it's kind of one of those points where you need to step back away from these people, away from these situations where there's a lot of chatter going on, to kind of recenter yourself. And once you start doing that, it's going to feel like you're kind of stagnant, like you don't know where you're going to go. The reason I say that is because we got the 7 of Cups, which it deals with creativity, inspiration. There's a lack of inspiration. I'm doing good, back from playing with the little ones. Woo! We got babies. I have babies, but my babies are playing with their nieces and nephews in Indiana. Questions I do charge for, sweetheart. Just check the description down below. Paul, let's see what we got coming from you. What do we got for Paul today? Paul. What has Paul got? What is Paul? Ooh, Paul. So we got the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Chariot, we're moving past. Okay, so we're going to ignore that Ace of Cups because that's past life shit. All right, so we got the Chariot, which means that we're currently moving forward, but right now we're feeling more physical pain in our life, and we're trying to escape. That's what I want to talk to you about. So, like I said, with the 8 of Swords, normally when it's this way, it means that we're trying to escape from the reality because of the pain. But we're facing the pain, but we're still trying to escape from the reality, which is kind of bringing on the moving forward. But then we also got the World in reverse. The World in reverse just tells me that there's something in your life that's incomplete and needs to be completed before you can truly move past it. Now, this could be a conversation with anybody. It could be an action that you didn't complete, or something that you felt like you didn't do that you want to do. Whatever it is, sweetheart, I hope you get it situated. Zara, my dear, I do give 1 card to everyone who does come in. So let's see what we got for you. Now we got a struggle between either you and an older man, or a battle within yourself. The one I'm going to show you is this one right here, which is the 2 of Swords. It's the struggle between the two. So it could be a power struggle. It could be a self struggle. But it does seem like a couple thing. A past couple thing. Just because I got the 4 of Wands coming up, which in this deck is a connection deck. So work on the battle that you're facing currently. I'm not going to tell you it's all going to work out because honestly I haven't gone that far into it. But it does look like it's some things from your past that you need to address, baby. So, with that being said, shuffle that energy away. You're very welcome, Eva. Try to do what it can to help along. Not a problem. If you guys do like your readings and they resonate with you, just subscribe. I go live all the time. Once we hit 1,000, I am going to be doing questions for free for a week. So it's kind of my way to give back to you guys. And then at some point, we will be doing a 24-hour live. So we might do some witchy stuff and some games and fun things like that on the channel. I haven't really got it all figured out yet, but I'm getting there with it. Hello, Dee. How are you doing after this last week? Oh my God, girl, I'm doing so much better. Thank the gods. It has been crazy. It has been sporadic. And I'm finally getting back to myself. So it's doing pretty good, Amy. Let's see what we got going on for Amy. Magic. Cycles repeating. In love. Normally when I get Uranus, Neptune, and then the 7th house in reverse, that either means generational curse or generational issues when it comes to the matters of love. So I'm not sure if like there's just something that keeps on repeating in your family when it comes to love and being able to build founding relationships. But it does seem like something is present. You know, there is abilities to break them and stuff like that. I don't use generational curse as a light. Not everybody has one, even though when they think they do. Hey, Richa. How are you doing? Hey, Sandy. Sandy. So excited. Richa. Ooh, we got Mercury, which means communication. And it's going to lead you to a new opportunity. So whoever you're talking to, Richa, just know that the words that you speak are going to lead to opportunities, okay? So watch your wording when you're around certain people, baby. Yeah, talking about that today. Funny enough. So poignant. Thanks a lot. Not a problem, baby. I appreciate it. Sandy, what do we got for you? Ooh, we got the Aquarius energy. Basically means right now we're looking back at our life. We're looking at the things that we've achieved and the things that we need to achieve. And we're taking some time for ourselves, it does seem. Because we got the Taurus in reverse, which means letting go. Kind of getting rid of that grounding energy and being a little bit more freeing. And then we got Pisces. So we're not letting emotions hold us down from seeing the greater picture. Which I love that for you, Sandy. I love it for you. Ah. You're very welcome, Richa. Richa, come get your Richa. Oh, let's see. By the way, for anybody who has liked, thank you. I do appreciate it. I donated. All right, give me 1 second, baby. Where's my flip flop? What is the nature of the opportunity heading my way? What does Jay think about me? I wonder if he just likes my attention and enjoys being casual friends, or what does he feel? Okay, so first off, let's go ahead. I'm going to get my actual, I sent a PayPal funds. How do I get my inspiration back on Cash App? All right, so first I got Natural Beauty. She's the first one that popped up, letting me know that she donated. And then, so Pandora, you will be after Natural Beauty. Okay, sweetie? All right, so I'm pulling out my demon deck just for the reason being, I love my Deviant Moon deck, but it's seen better days. So let's get into this. Okay, so what is the nature of the opportunity that is heading her way? What is the nature of the opportunity that is heading her way? All right, so we got the Eight of Swords, so it's going to be something dealing, let's see, kills by drowning and sinking ships, controls the seas and winds, will spare any life by request. So this kind of goes in with what you're wanting to do, hospice, okay? So that's with the Eight of Swords, the life, the death, hanging in the balance and being there for it. Then we got the High Priestess, which the High Priestess is one of visions of the world, arts and secrets, and, you know, the things that we're looking to bring to life. But when the High Priestess is in reverse, that tells me that our guard is being let down just a tad bit when it comes to this situation. Then we are followed by the King of Cups, which means brings good familiars and allows us to achieve, which is coming in reverse. So that means that there's struggles ahead that we need to prepare for. We got the Three of Wands in reverse, which this normally presents, you know, a celebration. There's nothing to celebrate. So when it comes to the nature of the opportunity, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to disconnect yourself a little bit emotionally and not try for it. You know what I mean? Actually try for it. But it feels like there's going to be a lot more on you. I feel like the way that this place is structured, it has been very chaotic for quite some time. The reason I say that is because we got the moon in reverse, and when it deals with Beelzebub, which when we get Beelzebub, basically when he comes through, it's one of chaos energy, okay? We have a lot of chaos going in there. So there's some things that you may not have been told about when it comes to this opportunity. Returns those who've run away, causes earthquake, overflows politicians and clergymen. So we got the Five of Wands, which is opening up the opportunity that we're seeing. So I think that you're going to get the job. It's just that the job is going to be very tiring, especially when we got the Eight of Cups, which means instead of causing people to die in 3 days, like it says in the little description that you see here, it means prolonging one's life and comfort and allowing that to happen. So I see the opportunity as it being good. It's just that there's struggles, which struggles come with all, you know what I mean? And what does Jay like about me? I wonder if he... Okay, so with Jay, is it just attention? Is it friendship? Is it love? Give me something. Tell me what I need to know. What is his basis for this gathering of the two? All right, so the first card that we got popped up is the Five of Wands. So it's a comfort feeling. So So with the Five of Wands, that means comfort, being able to find a place to recenter oneself. So, and then we got the Four of Pentacles, which it's a little bit both-ended. It says, tempts thieves to steal and serves as an excellent familiar. So when the Four of Pentacles comes up, it means that they have a past with other people, but that's not how they defined their relationship with you. So don't let any of their past discretions kind of make you weary. Then we got the Five of Swords. So it means that there's a lot of healing to be done, which goes back to the Five of Wands, finding one center. And then we got the King of Swords, which means that they're very protective. So the feelings that they have towards you, they're protective in nature. As far as where they see it, they see you as someone who carries themselves well. The reason I say that is because we got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is able to walk into any situation, assess the situation, and make good light of it. So to me, the way that they see you is someone who is willing to give them time, because we also got Temperance. They're willing to give them time, willing to be there, willing to be their counsel. Kind of like, you know, what we all say what relationships should be. You know what I mean? Giving someone enough time, hearing their problems, being there for them when they need someone to lift them up. It's almost like being a rock. Now, there is some manipulation coming through because we do got the Devil card. Now, whether there's some things that they're hiding that they haven't been talking about, I'm not really sure. But it isn't something that you're going to be happy about because we got the Three of Cups. So I see it more as like protection, love, not wanting any harm to come to you. But as far as like romance, we got the Hermit in reverse, which means, you know, they don't know what the future holds before you both, but they know that they want to pursue it. For anybody else who's in here, hello and thank you. Pandora, my dear, what is your 2 questions, sweetie? So hopefully that helps. I think it's, you know, if you want me to break it down into casual friends, or may I try one card readings for how does, okay, so questions. That's questions, Victoria. I charge for questions. And, you know, as far as like how someone sees you and stuff like that, I do charge for. But you're very welcome, Natural Beauty. But if you do subscribe, you do get a free card every time I go live, which means basically it's general. It's a generalized thing. It's what you're not focusing on, but what needs to be focused on. So with your generalized card, we got the Emperor in reverse. Not everything that you see is exactly how it is being. That means basically you're not being fooled, but you're not being told everything that you need to know. Miriam, hello, my dear. You're going to have to wait. I've got Pandora. How do I get my inspiration back, and how do I reach my goals? How do I get my inspiration back? All right, well, the first thing that is blocking you currently is the Page of Pentacles. So this means that we need to find a direction, and we need to use our resources around us, finding direction and the resources. So it seems like you don't have a lot of people around you who are into the same thing, or if they are, it feels like you're never really getting the not inspiration, but the backing of that, if that makes sense. So then we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse, which just deals with family and loved ones. So you're not really getting much people, you know, understanding where you're going with this. And then we got the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is actually a really good card. This means victory and good things to come. So when it comes to, you know, the lack of inspiration, I feel like it's kind of like when you tell a kid, hey, you'll never amount to nothing. Hey, you'll never do nothing. And then later down the line, they believe that so much that they start doing things that derail them in their success because that's all they've been taught. So this is kind of how you got to see it. There's only one person in life who's going to have the same amount of energy towards anything you do, and that's yourself. You can't focus on those around you who don't have the same belief or the same, you know, joy that you do for what it is that you're wanting to do. Now, as far as how to get your inspiration back, let's look at it. So for inspiration, we've got justice in reverse. This means that any old grudges or anything like that that you're holding on to, whether it be you feel like you got cheated out of something, you need to let go of them. Because those things are just weighing you down. They're extra chains, okay? You don't need them. Then we got the Five of Swords, which means, you know, you're going to have a lot of people who are probably still in your life, who you've kicked out of your life once or twice. And these people are blocking your inspiration. Now, we also got the Ace of Pentacles, which deals with Lucifer. But it's in reverse. So that means that we need to reestablish our goal. That it is what brought us. What's the first thing that sparked that interest to where, you know, it brought you to where you're at today. Sometimes we forget that. And sometimes we need to take a walk down memory lane to remember what it is that got us into that. What is the passion that fuels it? Even if you can't, you know, go to the place physically, write down the things that made you want to, and then set on it. Then we got the King of Swords. So basically this means that you need to start taking the work and manifesting it forward. So revisit where you were when you first got your inspiration. Sometimes that spark or that seed that we planted years ago needs a little bit of love and TLC, okay? That's basically what's kind of going in here. That's what's blocking you. Between the lack of, you know, people backing you up and, you know, it feels like there's a lot of things, you know, you've been told to where it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like there's a loss and a bunch of pieces that need to be put back together. And once those pieces start getting put back together, even if it's one at a time, that inspiration is going to come through that. You got to think for the things that resonate within your soul versus the things of what other people are doing who may have been following the same path you are. You got to remember your uniqueness and your life experience is what helps fuel who you are. That's what separates you between other people. Stop trying to fit into a certain box. You know what I mean? And then we got the Magician. Once you start doing that, all that inspiration is going to come back, and that's going to bring you where you need to be. For anybody else, if you do have questions, I do charge for questions. If you want a free general, you do have to be subscribed to this channel. Miriam. Let's see what we got for Miriam. Miriam, we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this means that we're going to have some good familiars start coming back into our life, okay? Spring, hello, my dear. All right, now Spring. Yep, you were next. Doing good, my dear. Just trying to keep up with everybody. All right, Spring. Now you cards are just being decks. Let's see what we got. We're going to bring the Angel deck out. I haven't used that today. So Spring. What do we got for Spring? Spring, we got new beginnings coming your way. Don't know what they're going to be, but just know that you got some things coming up. Oh, by the way, for everybody saying, hey, General, and all this, you guys, I go down the list, so you're just going to have to give me one little bit. Corey, let's see what we got for you, baby. Corey, body care in reverse. You need to start taking care of your vessel, baby. Whether it be mentally, physically, or spiritually. They're all connected. They're all intertwined. When one's unbalanced, the rest of them's unbalanced. Recenter yourself and get back to treating yourself. Terrifying. Do you mind telling me how long you've been here so I have a timestamp? I don't even know. Give me a second. I've been here forever. Give me 1 minute. I have been here exactly 1 hour and 28 minutes. Thanks. You're very welcome. All right, Lisa. Let's see what we got for Lisa. Lisa. Surrender and release. Let go of the old. If you don't, you're never going to be able to move forward, okay? And I know it sounds simple, but it seems like there's things that you're holding on to or other people are holding on to. And if you don't let it go, then you're never going to move past it. You're very welcome, Pandora. I wish my throat would quit hurting. I know it's hurting because I've been talking a lot today. I've been doing videos and everything else, and my throat is just like, oh no. So many beautiful names in the chat tonight. I know, right? We're getting all these pretty exotic names, and I'm like, ooh, we're special. See what angel? Ooh. Well, okay. I don't need to retreat. Ooh, I got miracles coming my way. Yay. Yeah, I love when that comes up. And then soulmate miracles. Kind of getting back to the roots. Pandora is not my real name. It is today. Here's how I see it. We all have our regular name and we have our magical name. I personally hate my regular name, but I love my magical name. Now, if you go by my magical name is Samora. And that's what when I get my shirt this weekend, I'm going to try to do a little bit of video, depending on how many people we got turn out for the event. But I do at least want to show all the shirts that we got because they are cute. Ooh, that's pretty. Like my shirt that I got for the picnic and for with like a really like pink and it makes it pop out. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. I wish I could share with you guys and actually share it on here so you could see, but hello, Aurora. How are you doing, sweetie? Barry, you're being a ham. Spiritual growth. Not anytime soon. So whatever's stopping you, or if you've kind of taken a step back to your spirituality, this would be the time for you to really get into it. How did you find your magical name? When I found my magical name, it took years. And it came to me in a dream where I had a spirit come up and call me by that name. And I'm like, what is that name? So I started looking it up, and I can't remember. I'll have to actually look into it. But when I heard it, I was like, well, if I ever write a book on magic, what name would I want to be presented? And, the Samora name I really liked, especially, since it was given to me in a dream. And after I got that, I was like, what goes with it? So if you ever see a book by a girl named Samora Knight, it's me. I can think of a snarky comment involving the name Pandora and taking her out on a drunken date. Fine. What be you? I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Deep, how are you doing? I picked one that felt right. And that's the thing, like, you don't have to have a magical name. It's just one of those things that it protects you. You know what I mean? It's another protection measure. Maybe one day I'll make a video about it. Aurora, my dear, we got the Two of Pentacles, which means you're going to reconcile with somebody, or it means that you and someone's going to finally come together. That's what's up. I like that. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Deep. We're getting into the deep. And technically, I have two ones. It's for me, and the others let others call me by, right? Well, it's you and your personal practice. You got to make what's right for you. Ooh. Deep. We got the Ten of Swords. Sometimes we got to leave the past in the past, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Leave the past in the past. I like my real name. Also like my magical name, although I have been through stages of not liking both. I think it just kind of comes and goes, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like you change, you know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to change every 7 years because there's cells in our body or something like that. So, you know, it goes. It's like my favorite color has not always been green. Bala, hello and welcome, my dear. I charge for questions, but you do get a general card. Let's see what we got for you. Which we got the Tower, which means things are crumbling or about to crumble or getting over crumbling. But it is one of those things where we have that Tower moment where everything comes crashing down at once and we got to start building back up. So if you're going through this, which seems like you are, possibly even getting over it, hopefully you can get back to your core. Winkler, I like the fact that you just kind of chime into the background a little bit and then pop in and just say random shit. I love it. Oh, man. Eventually, I think also for this background, I'm going to add my broom to it. Because this big old thing here is my staff that my coven members made for me. And I love it because it's so big and it's, I want to say the word thick, but I know some of you are going to be dirty-minded. But it's a heavy-duty motherfucker. So the one that I had that was smaller than that, like it was like about this big, I think I'm going to use that to turn that into my actual broom. I think I'm going to have that to where, oh shit. No. I have a little collection of staves. My favorite is Alaska made piece of diamond willow. Ooh, that would be pretty. Trying to find out where my pugs went. There's one. Where's the other? Yoda! Oh, he was lying in the kitchen. Ooh, I've always wanted to make my own broom. I think I'm going to, because, let me see if I can pull it down. I know if I pull it down, I'll never get it back up. There's a joke. Move. Move or be stepped on. All right. Let's see if I can get this big bitch in here. So this is the broom that I want to take this part apart, add the actual handle in here to my old staff, and then it will be complete. Because this is one of those cinnamon brooms that you can get around the holidays and stuff. And I've had it forever. So I'm going to end up turning that one into me broom. Marked with broom staff, but it takes ages to grow because the growing season can be a little out of a month. Ooh, that sucks. I think I'm going to look that up because I've never really heard of that tree, but I think it would be pretty. I've always wanted to get some grapevine, and I've tried to grow grapes here more than once, and it's just not worked out. But I would love to get some grapevine to wrap around my walking stick. Let's get images. It's a pretty wood. I have no clue. I think mine's oak or something like that. Because like I said, it was gifted to me from the coven, so I can't really remember. I think it is oak, though. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Call the request line. Yeah. I don't know why that just popped up in my head. Give me a second. I gotta do something on my phone real quick. Do, 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 do. Okay. Anyway, my zodiac tree is either willow or holly. I'm not sure what mine is. Let's see. Let's Google it while we got time. By the way, if anybody's wanting a reading, just let me know. Hemlock, from what it says. Totally makes sense. I like pine cones. Let's the bush. Get in here, chocolate. Maybe one day. I think I might do that as a video, just showing how I put mine together. And I gotta find out what twine color I want for my broom, though. Because I like the brown, don't get me wrong, but I would like something more true to my nature. About tarot and all things, it's impressive. I know. I'm not saying I know a lot, but I know quite a bit. But I've been doing this since I was 12. I have used a Ouija board. When it comes to Ouija board, you got to be like any other divination, very specific on what you're trying to bring in. I always personally cast a circle of protection when I'm dealing with that, because the cards I have more control over than an actual board. And if I would make a suggestion when it comes to spirit boards or Ouija boards, always make it yourself. Find a wood that, connects with you. Like, you can go to a hardware store and get wood and like burn it yourself and make pretty designs, or even, go as far as getting like a cricket and making the designs and not even burning it, but just putting it in there. That's my personal preference. But if I'm just using one, it's kind of one of those things where anything could come through. So when you're dealing with it, just be protection and be clear in who you want and who you don't want. For me, Ouija boards, that's kind of back and forth. When I was younger, they seemed a little bit more ominous than I am now, because literally I don't have a day that goes by where I'm not talking to someone who's dead or getting information from, an ancestor or God or a spirit. So, I like to say, I'm kind of like a walking Ouija board, as I like to say it. Like Charlie, yeah. And that's one thing that I will say is that, these games like Charlie or Bloody Mary or, urban myths around your area. Like, I think you're in Ohio. No, is it Ohio? I think it's Virginia. The Mothman. Only time I ever played with one reverse was spelled, and I never used it again. I never really had any dark experiences because I always protect myself. But like I tell people, if you go into it and you're just asking for anything, you're going to get everything that you don't want. When I reviews, people said random spirits came up and thought They control the energy through, and you're going to have that no matter what divination you're doing, no matter what type of magic work you're doing. You're always going to have some random spirit somehow try to get in your home. And normally when that happens to me, I have dreams about it, and that's how I handle it, because in that, it's either dreams or astral or a mixture of both. And that's kind of where my soul is able to handle the things that I can't see, so it can't run. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense or not. My brother bought and was using to play jokes and seeing The Conjuring. So when he left, I tossed it out. The energy in the house lightened instantly. I hate my late mother-in-law came through. It was Bree. She was very specific about a certain instruction. I like how you interpret the cards. Well, thank you. Hey, Liberty. How are you doing, sweetie? Lucy, you've been here for a while. I didn't ever say hi. Hello. Let's see what we got for you. Lucy, we've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. There's someone around you that has more knowledge that you could gain from, but they're the type of person that you're like, this person's crazy. Take everything with a grain of salt, but there is some information that could be useful. Hello, I appreciate you for liking and subscribing. I do charge for questions though. But let me see. I need to make sure that I'm keeping up with everybody's conversations we're having. Liberty, I'm going to get you real quick, baby. Are you still taking payments? I am still taking payments, baby. Could it be someone from the past? It could very well be someone from the past, baby. I do appreciate you waiting. By the way, give me 1 second. Will you guys stop? You're terrorists. All of you. Lay down. Lay down. I didn't say come here. I said lay down. Thank you. But like with my cards, like that's what I tell people. Even though like this is almost like your basic tarot reading. The only difference is it's got demons on it and different information about them and sigils, shit like that. But every deck is different, but they're the same, if that makes sense. I'm doing a spiritual cleanse as of right now. Yeah, just keep on doing it, baby. Do you still do free readings? I put a question. I do free readings, but it's a generalized thing. Now, when we hit 1,000, I will be giving away free questions. But Angel, my dear, right now you got the King of Wands. So this means that someone is trying to destroy your happiness and manipulate it to where you feel like they're actually being able to do it. Stop. Y'all about to go in a cage. Keep it up. What is your opinion on pendulums? Okay, so with pendulums, I have two different theories. One, you guys seen it. Like you can see here, my hand shakes, okay? So I deal with that, and that's one of my issues. So whenever I get an answer from the cards, I do the pendulum. I don't know if I can show you guys this. I'll try. But like, I try to keep my elbow down and then hold it as still as I can. Like I won't even talk. I'll say what I need to say in my mind. But when it comes to pendulums, me personally, I would rather have a pendulum holder so that way I can't affect that by how my hand shakes. You know what I mean? Now, as far as yes or no's, yes, it's perfectly fine. Will you get every answer that you need? No, but it is a good tool to use as a confirmation tool. Send payment for 4 questions via PayPal. All right, baby, give me 1 second. All right, sweetie. What I want you to do, if you would, Liberty, is write all of your 4 questions into one paragraph. That way I don't have to go back and forth. I can just look for that one paragraph and go to your next question. I have bought mine, just find them hard to use. So I'm going to do a tutorial, I guess. I'll have to write it down. Someone can email me, remind me to do how to make a stand to hold your pendulum on. So that way you can use it. No, I don't have one, I don't think, on me. I've got a bunch of crap, but I don't think I got one of those. Okay, so let's say, for instance, yeah, even if it gets taken down, it won't matter. Okay, so this is a pendulum. It is my pendulum. So show me yes. Or here, let me do what I was saying I was doing. Let me see if I can show you guys, okay? Okay. Go down a little bit lower. There we go. Show me yes, pendulum. Show me no. Are my subscribers enjoying this live? See what I'm doing? You can literally do pendulum work with any type of material as long as it has a string that you can hold on to. So you can do it like I just did with my weird pendulum. Or it's the only thing I had with the string, but thank you. But yeah, like I was saying, before y'all made me giggle. So with pendulum, it can be anything as long you can use a necklace as a pendulum. I don't know if I can show you this. Maybe I can. Let's see. Let's go up to my ceiling. You see that? Ignore the hole. It's a work in progress. So that can actually be used as a pendulum. And the reason that I bought that, one, because I am weird and kooky and a little bit creepy, and I like the way that it looks. And two, that was just weird. Two, the way it hangs. So if I have family here and I don't want to pull out my witchy shit, even though this is my spiritual room and it's kind of hard not to know it's a witch lives here. But if I invite somebody over and they didn't know and they just thought all this shit was knickknacks and I was very eccentric, they would, you know, if I had a question I wanted to ask whether or not this person was being honest, I could look at, you know, my chandelier and watch which way it goes to see if somebody's lying to me. So my whole house is set up to fuck with people. Anyway, with that being said, a paracord wrapped knife, that is pretty badass. It is. It was actually a gift for my husband, and he did not like it. So it's my official pendulum for readings. Hello. Sage and rosemary is what I use, and they're very good to use. Let's see. And sometimes it helps if you build a bond. Yes, building a bond does help. Also, if your pendulum or any of your crystals ever turn black, put them into the earth. It should cleanse it, but if it doesn't, then you're just going to have to get something new. By the way, where is my lady of the night who bought the 4 questions? Where are you? Liberty and justice for all. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to take a little place to hang my pendulum so that it's not affected by my handshaking. You know, if you wanted to do it, what I call ghetto or jerry-rigged, as I call it, because I don't like the way that it used to be called, and I know what it was, and I don't like that, and that's just not right. But I do have a friend, Jerry, and I've watched him do some shit, so that's why I use it. Anyway, have a warrior woman in your past life, something like Viking Queen. I'm probably, knowing my luck, I do some crazy stuff. But like I was saying, you can take a 2-liter, and if you have a pendulum like I do, or an actual pendulum, then you can take a hole into the 2-liter or a 20-ounce, depending on how big it is. Put a hole in it, push all that through, and then tape it or glue it. I mean, like I said, it's going to be, you know. Then you put that cap back on, and it's going to dangle, okay? So you have that dangling in there. It can't be persuaded by airflow or anything else, and you can do it like that. And then you can use it, and then eventually, like if you look, I think on Etsy, you know, there's different ones you can do and get whatever forces, spirits, moves them abroad. Okay, how does Alex feel about me currently? How does Alex feel about me currently? Ooh. All right, so first card that we got is the Page of Pentacles, which means right now they're not currently focused on you, but it's not a bad thing. This could have even been in the past. They weren't currently focused on you until things started to lighten up, so to speak. Excuse me. Then we got the Fool. So this means that there's a lot of unanswered. They don't know which direction it's going to go with you. Okay, that's kind of where we get the Fool. The Fool is like a bunch of energy, a bunch of excitement, but never knowing where it's going to be and not really putting a label on it. Okay, so then we've also got the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups brings making good friendships, making great bonds, and bringing them forth. So overall, on how do they feel about you, they're not trying to put a label on it, but there is some caring and compassion. They do see you as somebody that they want within their inner circle and possibly more. Alex, manifesting me. Is Alex manifesting me? Ew, what are they manifesting? Anyway, I'm going to ignore that. Okay, so what is Alex manifesting? Is he manifesting her into his life? Okay, so we got the Three of Pentacles, which means success. We got the Seven of Swords, which means bringing hidden treasures and returning them to somebody. So, like I said, we got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, when it comes up, that means good fortune, good times, good vibes, okay? So that's a good thing. And then we got the Seven of Swords, which is finding balance and bringing those energies inward and kind of illuminating themselves. So as far as manifesting you, there's the Six of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So it makes the Fool remain the Fool. Because normally when the Six of Pentacles is in its regular, it means, you know, making the Fool wise. But in this situation, it's not making them wise. So it does seem, from what I'm getting, is that they are manifesting things and they do have you within their manifestation. But it's not exactly the way that you would think it would be. You can use that as a pendulum, baby. Now with your third question, any messages from my ancestors? Let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and go with this deck because this is kind of the deck to be doing it with. Now, the first one, embracing spirit in reverse, naturing, following the moon, perceptions. Okay, so there's some things that you need to do. The first thing you need to do, baby, Liberty, is change your perception. When it comes to changing your perception, it's how you're viewing things. And it was followed by emotion. So you're letting your emotions getting in the way of how you're viewing situations, okay? So this is one thing that you need to focus for and towards from your ancestors. Don't let your emotions override what you're seeing and what you're doing, okay? Recenter yourself before you fuck yourself up. Then we've got the embrace spirit. You don't need to embrace anybody else within your life right now. And you don't need to try to call forth any spirits into your life right now. The reason I say this is because there's some people in your life that you need to cut the cords with, cut the ties. Because when we have showing that you care in reverse, it's time to end it. Put your mark in the sand. You got people who are using you way too much. Now, we also got share your thoughts, but it's in reverse. You do not need to share everything that you think, because when you do that, it can and will be used against you. Okay? Then we've got observe in silence, which goes hand in hand with what we just read. Observe in silence basically means it's time to be seen, not heard. To look at what's happening versus trying to be a part of what's happening. So hopefully that adds a little bit of insight to your situation. And should I get into my magic? Well, that was a yes. So it seems to me, since we got share your thoughts that have come up more than once, that's telling me that something's persuading this decision. And then we got embrace the dark in reverse and washing away the old burdens and embracing the feminine. So with this one, automatically, I'm getting goddess energy or an entity that has that female presence. Then we've got embracing the dark in reverse. This means that this entity is not one that's very dark and malicious. It's one that's very light and free-flowing. It's almost like being bathed or baptized. and washing away your burden. See, this entity is going to be someone who washes away the things that you cannot wash away yourself. And it's not always going to be pleasant. And I say that because, with the sharing your thoughts in reverse and all the other cards, is that there's some things that you're holding on to, which has been shown in the other spreads, that you need to let go of. And you're not letting go of that. So once you start working within your own magical system and answering the call of that female entity coming through, you're going to have basically given them permission to wipe everything that does not benefit you out of your life. Okay. So once this happens, don't be trying to get back with these people, because they're getting washed away for a reason. Okay. Washing the hands clean to move from a clean slate. Not a problem, baby. Sent you something. Where'd you send me, baby? Send me to PayPal? Did you send me something somewhere? Okay, so it had to be Cash App. Maybe. My phone's going crazy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hello, I love a general reading. I'm a new subscriber. Well, hello and welcome. Let's see what we got for you, my dear. So, love letters. I almost thought it said love leftovers, and I was like, oh, fuck. My bad. So, for you, baby, we got nourish the soul. It means you need to take some time for yourself, baby. Well, thank you. You're very welcome. Cash App. All right, let's see where we're at with you, baby. All right. So, what are your 3 questions, Miss Crystal Ball? I can't help you, little young lady. I'm doing readings for people. Ooh, that almost ended up bad. Thank the gods. Anyway, let's see what we got going on here in a second. Does Jeff want to continue moving forward in the relationship? Okay. Okay. So, the first one that we get is the old man, or a wise spirit, some would say. So that's going to be them. And then we got the Page of Cups, which means precious stones and herbs. It doesn't seem like they're holding this in the same regards, okay? And then we've got the 3 of Wands, which is a lack of celebration. Then we got the Ace of Pentacle, or Ace of Swords, which means a lack of love. Because, okay, the reason I say lack of love with the Ace of Swords is inflames men and women love, and women's with love causes them to show they're naked if desired, and it's in reverse. So it's the opposite of that, okay? Then what we're being blocked by is the 3 of Swords. So there's a lot of past relationship issues that are blocking this from being a thing. I don't know if it's on your end or on their end, but it's not looking promising. And what is with you guys? Apparently my cards decided to go whipsy-wopsy. So give me a minute while I fix my cards. By the way, last night I found a great streaming service for like scary movies. I'm going to have to actually write it down tonight, and I'm going to share it with you guys. It's completely free, but they have like a lot of the old like B-rated horror movies. So if you're in that type of thing, or around the holiday of like, spooky season, I will share that again, but I did think about sharing it with you guys. All right, let me get myself situated. All right, we're both Scorpio, so it's very intense. So there's a lot of secrecy then between the both of you, especially when you got son of a bitch. My cards will not stop fucking with me. This is the second time I am flipping them. Stop flipping flopping. Anyway. But yeah, my dear. Streaming. You can get a card, my dear, but right now I'm currently Crystal Ball's person. And I do charge for questions. I'm sorry, baby. The streaming thing, I mean. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it was pretty neat to see it. I can't remember what it's called, though. Like, okay, I will give you a warning, though. Like, it does have commercials, and there's like 5 commercials every time it goes to commercial. So, that's a thing. Mute the damn TV. Do something productive. take a snack break, whatever. But it is a good streaming service. Now, we got the Ace of Wands in reverse, so that means to tell me that someone is not giving you everything straight. And you're very welcome, love letter. Like, I'm sorry. When I read that, I was like, leftovers, that's different. Oh, so what is Crystal Ball going to ask next? I'm curious. Hey, you guys got food. You don't need to clean around the food bowl. So my littlest pug, Gizzy, well, she's not little. She's fat, but she's short. She's kind of like her mommy, right? And she does not like having food around the bowl, so she will scoot it out, and that's where you're hearing that scratching sound, and then eat it. So she's a little bit of a OCD dog. Has been asking for something long term. Will we be living together this year or next? Ooh. With the way the cards look, it doesn't look like it, but I manifest all my desires. Well, that's good, baby. Manifestation and bringing all them desires in. That's the way to go, baby. All right, let's see what we go. This year or next year. So we got the Wheel of Fortune, we got the Ace of Wands, and the only thing that we got for certain as far as numerology is the Six of Cups, with the Six of Cups in reverse. So it is going to be quite a bit of an extensive. Let's see. One more card for clarity. And we got the Queen of Pentacles. So this looks like it's going to be something where you're going to have to make the move, not them make the move. And the reason I say that is because with the Queen of Pentacles, they're the one in charge. They're the one setting out the path. Now, what I am going to tell you is that we got the Wheel of Fortune, but like I said, once again, we got the Ace of Wands, so that means that something's being hidden, something's not being talked about. And that's got to be addressed before you move forward. So then we also got the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups deals with friendships and foes, and it's in reverse. So that means that we're going to have a setback. So you're looking at a 6-month time, but you're going to be set back. So you're looking about a good year. So if we did a year from now, you're looking about June, July of next year. Next 3 months, honey, I do appreciate you subbing, but that is an extensive reading. You can book me. My email's down below, and I do charge $60 an hour. Where are we? All right, and I'll just wait. Take a drink of my sippity sip. See what we're going to do. But, Vinny, you do get a general card. So let's see what we got for you. Get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So that means that you're not going to get what you're wanting. At least not right now. How is he currently feeling about me? This is what we wish to know. Crystal Ball, let it be so. Okay, we got the Eight of Wands. So it seems like favorable. Two of Cups, that's good. Causes love between men and women and men to women. So with these two, there is love, because this is their one for love. This is the Two of Cups. With this one right here, which is the Eight of Wands, which means that there's like a little bit of a give and take. You know, every relation has it. I'm not really going to go into it. Then we have the King of Wands. So they're very self-destructive. So just be careful of that. Some people, when they start to have things go good, they don't know how to react to it. Then we got the King of Cups, and as far as how he feels about you right now, it seems like he feels like there's still more to you that he needs to understand, that he's not understanding. It's kind of like that pit in the stomach kind of vibration that he's getting, that there's something that you two need to talk about, and until it's spoken, it's that odd energy. It's still not odd enough to where it'll break bonds, but it's just something that needs to be talked about. Now, as far as what the hell it is, I have no clue. Vidi, Four of Swords. This basically means that you're at a crossroad, and right now it does seem like you don't have a lot of options at this crossroad. And that's just basically reintegrated with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, not knowing where it goes, kind of leading in the dark. Has she my reading? Angel, I did do a reading. And if you missed it, my dear, I'm sorry. We just met. I'm getting to know him. Okay, thank you, baby. Not a problem, baby. All right. Angel. She is me and me is she. Isn't that fun? I can read your messages, and yes, I've read for you. You're going to have to go back and look, and you will see it. If you missed it, you can always come back tomorrow and get your general reading, baby. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Excuse me, guys. I got to do something real quick. Alrighty. Yeah, I charge for questions. Give me a second, because I actually said that to somebody. Okay, well, that's going on. Give me a second. All right. I think we're good now. Yeah, my dears. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'll actually start putting some of these cards up. Hello, Julie. How are you doing, baby? Julie, serenity. It seems like we got some peace in our life. Peace and a guardian angel guiding the way, which is always good in my book, I think. I think, therefore I am, kind of thing. What have you been up to, my dear? Anything good? Anything fun? Anything devilish? Not too bad. It was a little bit of a rough start last week, but I can't really complain too much. You know what I mean? I mean, I could complain, but what good is it going to do me? You know what I mean? So it's kind of just been like hanging in there, doing whatever I need to do, kind of trying to get it all done and situated. All right, sweetheart, what else can I answer for you? don't know why I got that song in my head. Rather tasty. Are you Puggy Wuggies enjoying your food? I'm going to see where he put the cookies. I want a cookie. Oh, you're back. Excuse me. I'm going to eat my cookie. Thank you. Okay. I'm back and I got my cookie. My cookie. Okay. So for those questions, I can actually pull this one back. No, same one goes for last time. I'm going to actually use the Hoodoo deck on it, even though I still haven't really got familiar. So I'm going to give the book reading of what it means, and then I'll give my own personal flair on it. Just because I feel like when I'm answering these questions for you, like these type, it just works better. So let's see what we got. So the first one is, any advice from my ancestors? Let's get to it. I love when you use that deck. Thanks. Not a problem, baby. Let's see. Any general... Oh, shit. Okay. Is that all of them? I hope so. Don't eat none of my cards if they fall down. All right. So for your first, any general advice, I had... Looks like... I want to make sure. Yep. I only had 5. 5 cards pop up. And they were all in reverse, so that means that these are areas that we are neglecting that we need to work on. That's good. Okay, so we got Dr. Grant, which is going to be on page 50. I'm Miss Jackson. I am for real. Okay, so for Dr. Grant, normally when this card is this way, it basically means that it's time to recharge, reflect, and listen. Now's not that time. It is time to start taking action, okay? You need to start taking action in your life and in your spiritual awakening. Then we got Dr. Buzzard. Doctor. 55, so we're not that far. The doctors are in it together. Just like justice. So there's justice issue coming up with this. So it's justice, like everything else, is a social construct and defined by those in power. So it seems like someone else is putting their justice on you instead of what it actually is. That means that we got someone coming in that's basically trying to write the narrative for us instead of what we're throwing down. You know what I mean? And then we got courting, which is 42. Let's see what we got here. All right, this card is about love and romance and what binds you two together. Is it healthy? So this is in reverse. So that means that there's a lack of courting or the person that you are courting with is not going in the right direction, and it doesn't look like they're a perfect fit for you. The reason I say this is because with this card, it says, through this card, certainty about love and romance. It doesn't have to be. There are different types of relationship and unspoken contracts. And I think this can go for both your life and your spiritual life. The contracts that we sign without ever signing. The ones that we're wanting to work with, but without having that bond connected. So keep that in mind. And I keep on getting this taste in my mouth that's almost like numbness in a way, if that makes sense. Like a numbing. Which I've been eating these cookies all weekend, so it's not the cookies. So the Ace of Knives. Where are you? 120. Well, let's flip to it. By the way, anybody saying hello? Hello. 120. Don't know. All right, so the meaning is facing fears and logic. So since it's in reverse, there's a lot of things that you're not fearing, that you're not focusing on due to fear, due to loss. And you're not letting the logical side of your brain actually take over, because when this card is in, it's facing fears, logical breakthroughs, mental breakthroughs. So there's a lot of uncertainty and unclarity when it comes to your guides coming through in a generalized speaking for you and your path. Then we got the Seven of Coins. The Seven of Coins was the only card that wasn't flipped. And I believe it's because it's a good omen. Do Seven of Coins, 136. Let's get in it. So return of investment, slow and steady process. So basically you got some money coming your way. Whatever you invested in, whether it's a person or financial, you're going to start receiving the gifts back from that, okay? So keep that in mind. So that's good, baby. And how to strengthen my altar. Let's ask. I want to make sure that I got these all situated. We do. Hey, Maxine. How are you doing, baby? I'm going to try to work with it more myself. I love when you use that deck. It is a good deck. By the way, since you were saying that and I didn't see it until I looked and read it, I was told as I was doing that last reading that you need to go through your deck, because I know me and you share the same one. Go through your deck, and each ancestor that you work with, when you work with them, have a specific card from this deck and use it to represent them, so you have something physical to look at. Wine and fruit. Cute here. Doing good, my dear. Let's see what we got when it comes to... Ooh. Okay. So when it comes to your altar, there's a few things. We got Railroad Bill. Let's find out what he is, but I got a feeling like things are stopping. The only reason that I feel like things are stopping is because it's in reverse, and that makes me feel like we're not moving in the direction we need to. The Railroad Bill. That's what I get, just from like my own personal, like not from the book. Let's go back. Okay, so Railroad Bill. What do we got for me? Turns up, you are being encouraged to increase your efforts and to ensure victory. So there's a little bit of things stopping, basically. Not moving, getting away. There's like this imprisonment mentality that's coming through. Oh, I never tried that with the deck. I usually use my other deck. Makes sense to use Hood deck, so right. And then we got John Horse. John Horse feels like there's some, like when I see that and I hear that name, it feels like we really need to hone on some of those energies. John Horse. Like a magical energy. I ignored it. 36. All right, so meaning in a reading, advise to change of whatever is going in your life. This is not the time for self-doubt or weakness. Okay. So basically you need to bring back that power into your life, okay? You need to stop having those moments of self-doubt, those moments of where you feel like you're not good enough. You are good enough. Start doing your affirmations, okay? Then we got the 4 of Knives, and then we got the 8 of Knives. These are 2 things that are blocking you in your path. All right, let's see. As far as like your altar goes, 4 of Knives, 4 of Knives, where are you? 123 for the 4 of Knives. Bam. Come on, baby. Okay, so the meaning is positive, well-deserved rest, prayer, recentering. You're not giving yourself enough time to recenter. That's kind of why we got the 4 of Knives coming up, is that you're not taking the time that you need to refuel and recharge, to deal with the situations not only magically, spiritually, but physically within this realm. You need to stop neglecting it and give time for yourself, baby. Then we got the 8 of Knives, believing in self again. For the negative, feeling oppressed, self-hate, feeling unable to move, communicating, you're having troubles communicating with others. So basically, this is what I like to call a crossroads moment, because that's what it feels like. With this, we have a crossroads moment. With this is telling us basically we need to learn to relax. And if we use these 2, if I was reading them together, which I am, and you need to relax, and once you start relaxing, you're going to get rid of that self-doubt and all those things that are stopping you from choosing the path in which you want to walk. Oh, I've never tried that. Okay, so that was from before. So that is the advice when it comes to your altar. See your altar as your path, okay? So it's like your path of light, your path to find out what's going on. You know what I mean? Use it to reconnect with your soul, and use it to reconnect with the ones that you're around. And don't doubt the communication that you're getting. I think that's another thing coming in. Give me a second. I want you to join a video chat. What am I joining? Give me a second. I don't know what's going on. Someone's trying to video chat. Why wouldn't he just call me? Hey, are you okay? Yeah, it said you were calling me on Messenger. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Give me a moment and I'll call you back. Bye. Woo! That boy almost scared me, I'm telling you. To everybody else who has showed up, I am going to take a break to speak to the hubby. I should be back tonight, but if I'm not back, I will be back tomorrow. I think I answered everything that you wanted answered, babe. But if there's for some reason you need some clarity on it, all you got to do is just reach out to me and shoot me a message. Remember you saying my mind was my armor and do sometimes feel hesitant, scared to work with my altar. I feel like, yeah, your mind is, yeah, understand the messages. All right, so if you need me, baby, you want to talk more about it, or if you want to talk about some of the fears that you're having with like your altar work, you can email me, and me and you can go back and forth all night. Okay, baby? To the rest of you guys, I'm sorry if some of you I did miss, but I need to get off here so I can talk to the hubby. Much love.